Peace and love, bag babes. It's your girl Nashe. What's up? What's good? Thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. These words that are about to come out my mouth have been circulating through my mind, my heart, my spirit for a little bit of time now, about a year. At this point, I'm ready to have this discussion. I do have some notes here, so if I'm looking down or looking at my notes, just making sure that I am delivering a clear, concise message. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. I love YouTube. I love connecting with people. YouTube has been awesome. And I have been a handbag lover since about the age of 7. That's when I got my first little crossbody, and I understand why women love handbags, and the ones that do collect them and you know, just love to look at them and wear them and share them. That is tribe. She gets it. So when I saw that that was happening on YouTube, that there was a handbag community and I wasn't the only weirdo in the world, I hurried up and joined the community because I felt as though I belonged. I felt as though I had found tribe. I became a Doonista. I got loony for Dooney in those years, and that's when the addiction really kicked in. And I didn't even know it. You know, oftentimes addiction is so insidious, so cunning, and it's just slithering through your life and you don't even know. You slowly do begin to go loony for Dooney, or whatever brand it is that you love at that particular time. You kind of lose your mind. And in this purse community, that's okay. That is celebrated. We encourage each other to add to cart. We encourage each other to get that next bag. We encourage each other. I love that and I enjoy that. However, of late, I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. I truly believe that the behaviors that are exhibited in the handbag community are toxic. We promote overconsumption, and it's okay. It's okay amongst us. And the problem is, for me, one, when you know better, you do better, or at least you're supposed to. When you have that aha moment, you can't go back to sleep, at least not comfortably. That will not be sweet slumber. And that's pretty much where I'm at. I cannot go back to sleep. I cannot pretend that I'm comfortable with constant need for more, the constant acquiring of something else, that's the next best thing. This is the energy of the handbag community. And I do not like telling adults what to do. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Certainly not trying to tell a grown woman what to do. Who does that? How can you even, how do you tell a grown woman what to do? You can't. This message is, one, for me, and two, for those who have ears to hear it. For those who need that little nudge or that reminder. That's what this message is for. What comes to mind is, just because you can, should you? That's what comes to mind. Handbags are sacred places for women. It's like our little secret stash of everything. It's just a sweet spot. It's our thing. I get that. But there comes a point when you have to move and operate as a wise woman. You have to move and operate from a place of wisdom. You have to move and operate from a place of knowing. And sometimes we get stuck in our bubble. We create this bubble for ourselves and it's impenetrable. And therefore, we block out certain things that we should not, We ignore certain things that we should be paying attention to. And ladies, let me be the first one to say, if no one else has said it, we should be paying attention right now. We need to absolutely be paying attention right now. The world is changing. We need to wisen up. And as wise women, we need to make better choices. And we need to be putting our mighty, strong, magnificent dollar in the right hands, or keep them in our hands. Times are weird right now. And we need to move carefully. I'm not sitting here saying, let's not buy any more handbags. No, that would not be natural coming from me. That would not be authentic coming from me. I definitely am going to be buying handbags this year. However, it is going to be with different energy. It is going to be with a lot more thought. And it's going to be with a lot more intention. Ish is real right now. I'm not the lady that's going to be sitting here trying to feed you with fear and tell you to be afraid of the climate that we're living in right now. I'm not her. But I do feel we should be cautious and we need to open our eyes. Your money is leaving your hands and going into the hands of a company that does not need your support. Coach does not need your support. Peter Dooney and Burke does not need your support. Telfar does not need your support. Michael Kors does not need your support. It's always so easy to jump on a YouTube and check out a bag video, and now we are just in this rabbit hole and we're going from video to video, influencer to influencer to influencer, and we eventually land on that website and we make that purchase. Now, did we make that purchase because it's something that we wanted and that we needed, or that just spoke to us? Did we make that purchase, or were we just influenced by our friends and our purse pals to make that purchase? Was it just what is expected of us to do? Did we actually need an 11th skinny zip wallet, whatever? Did we actually need an 11th one? I am not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to anyone who has ears to hear. I have no intention of being offensive. I am just encouraging us to be intentional with our purchases. I have done hauls. I have purchased bag after bag after bag for years. I have done that. At this point in my life, it's sickening. Bag after bag after bag after bag is sickening to my spirit. And why? Because while some of us definitely have it and can do that, I guess, there's a lot of us who definitely don't have it and can't do that. But we're still trying to do that. We're still under some spell. Like everyone likes to say, Coach, really, out here taking all our money. No, we're giving them all our money. We're giving them our neck to put their foots on. We are allowing this. It's almost as if we don't have a say. But truly, and everyone's not going to like this, but as addicts, that of which majority of us are, as purse handbag addicts, as shopping addicts, we can't see the problem. We can't see Coach as the trap house, or Dooney and Burke as the trap house. We can't see Peter Dooney as the dealer. So when you are deep in your addiction, you can't see any of that. So we're not going to see it. We're not going to be able to admit it until we can actually take a look and say, well, geez, wow, that's what I'm doing? Wow. And then make an actual change. When I look at the demographics of those who watch my videos, I see that there's a small percentage that are like from 16 to 24, something within that. 16 to 24, you have no business buying a $300 bag. And if you did buy that $300 bag, you have no business buying another one next month or getting a matching SLG next week. No, sis, that is absolutely not okay. And the reason why I say it's not okay is because I'm not sitting here saying it's bad to have a dope collection and to be young and have a dope collection. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what tends to happen is you want more. You have to have the other piece that dropped. You have to stalk the website to get that matching color. That's not okay. And so when I see the demographic of the younger shopper, it makes me pause. Because what are we doing? What are we teaching? What are we showing? I don't create purse content to stunt or to show off. I think I bought one bag, one or two bags to stunt. You know, that was just some ego stuff that was going on. But when I make my videos, it's not to show off. It really is one to have a record of that purse that I purchased. Just like building a catalog, like a digital catalog of handbags that I do own. And I do like when I get the comments where someone's asking a question, hey, does a laptop fit in this? Or how does this carry? Now I feel like I'm educating you. Now I feel like I'm helping you, you know? But then I do consider that mom who is watching us open our 11th Nolita, or, you know, we have to have it in our collection. So she's watching us open our 5th Speedy, you know, and it's like, what about her? Like, do we consider our viewers and our audience? Yes, people love this content and people come to it. People are very much entertained by what someone else has. Sometimes my mind just runs on that woman who walks away from these videos not feeling so great, actually feeling less than. And I'm not saying that we should dim our lights in the presence of others. Clearly, that's not what I'm saying. We as self-proclaimed content producers, content creators, influencers should be mindful of what it is we are putting out and the message that we are offering our audience, and specifically the younger members of our audience who may have a little bit more difficulty with discerning what it is we're saying, what it is we're showing. The content that we put out, showing our overconsumption, actually hurting more than it's helping. I'm just saying, we are bag people. We have worked hard. We have our jobs, our income producing activities. We have certain things in place that makes us feel comfortable, and comfortable enough to drop hundreds of dollars every month, every other month on these frivolous items. So we are comfortable. But you know, I encourage us to consider the what if moments in life. I was visiting my mom this past summer and she was talking. She's a very frugal woman. I'm sure when she watches my handbag videos, she probably like, oh my God, not another purse, not another. She's the one that bought me that first purse. So we'll leave it there. However, what my mom said was, she was talking, we're just having a random conversation, and she said something about what if money. Something along the lines of like, it's always good to have what if money. But the key words was what if money. What if money? I wonder how many of us who are purchasing bags over and over again all the time not only are we purchasing these bags and taking care of ourselves, we're also running households. We're also taking care of other family members and their needs. So it's a whole lot going on. It is a whole lot going on. And everybody can't afford it. Everybody cannot afford it. And the thing is, the scary part is, unless we get our purse priorities straight and cut out some of these toxic patterns and really deal with ourselves, we're going to suffer some mighty consequences. And it doesn't always have to show up in our finances. You know, it could show up just in our spirit. It's easy to buy and buy and buy until it's hard. It's easy to buy and buy and buy and shop till you drop until it gets hard. And everybody's hard looks different, right? Everybody's hard looks really, really different. Hard could be just the mere clutter, the lack of space. Hard could be feeling overwhelmed when you walk into your bedroom because all you see is bags, or you see a corner with boxes, unopened boxes. You know, hard could look like you feeling dishonest because every time UPS or FedEx rolls up, you have to hide the purchase. So hard looks different for everyone. So it's real easy to add to cart and have that feeling, you know, all those chemicals in our brains going crazy, you know, dopamine, serotonin, all this stuff having a whole party. That all of this adrenaline, man, whenever I try to get a Telfar bag, the chase. Because you know how hard it is to get your hands on a Telfar bag. Or it was, I don't know, I haven't tried to get a Telfar bag in a while, but when we were first doing that, oh, it was hard. Oh, you needed to be on the website prepared for all kinds of stuff. Website crashes, adding to cart, trying to make the purchase is not going through, sold out within minutes. The chase. Some of us love the chase, but we really don't love the bag. No, my opinions throughout my life have never been popular, and that's okay. That's okay. I have to be honest, and what I see is a lot of mommy see, mommy do. Did I snatch some edges? Did the shoe fit? Can I drop the mic? What I see is a lot of mommy see, mommy do. Now, yeah, we do have similar taste, and, you know, after all, we are influencers, right? So we're influencing each other. Everybody has the same speedies. Everybody has the same Coach Rowan. And speaking of that Rowan, I will say side note. Side note on that Rowan. I have been ignoring drops. I have been consciously, intentionally staying away from unboxing videos. I was sick past couple weeks. You know, we had the whole holiday, and then I had Kwanzaa, and just focusing on my family. I'm caretaking, I'm homeschooling, so there's a lot going on. So I have not really been paying attention to any of the text messages from Coach about their drops, Portland Leather Goods and all their discounts or whatever sales they got going on. Dooney and Burke, you know, every now and then I will take a peek there because that's my favorite brand. But I've basically been ignoring. And I've been considering making this video, right? So I'm writing down my thoughts. I'm focused on trying to deliver a clear, concise message that is not insulting and hypocritical, because I love handbags. I buy handbags. I collect and hoard handbags. I have tons of handbags that I don't wear. Sometimes I keep handbags in packages for a very, very, very long time. no bueno. So I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I've been ignoring videos. Usually on Sundays when I'm cooking dinner, I will binge. And that's when Sundays and Saturdays, like preparing food for the family, is always a good time for me to just like watch videos and I'll catch up. But yesterday, I went onto YouTube and I'm thinking about this particular video and I'm, jotting down notes about what I want to talk about. And my eyes fall upon that daggone, oh so beautiful, cute as can be, fly girl fly, Coach Denim Large Rowan, OMG. Was not thinking about it. Did not know that it had dropped. I've been ignoring y'all. I've been ignoring your unboxings. I've been ignoring your bags. I saw that particular Rowan when I hopped on the YouTube. And then I saw it again, and 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 I kept seeing it till I had no choice, y'all, but to go onto the Coach outlet, to go onto the website. And then what happened? Because when you go to a barbershop, you're gonna get a haircut. So when you go onto the Coach outlet website, you're gonna get a coach. I've been ignoring y'all up until yesterday. So I go on the Coach and I realize after looking for this denim Rowan large, because I have the Rowan, the large Rowan that came out a couple months ago, and I love her. And I have been falling in love with barrel bags. So naturally, the addict in me says, you need that extra large denim Rowan. I'm not gonna lie to you, that bag is fly. I like that bag. I actually definitely would want that bag in my collection. Because right now, I'm loving barrel bags. That being said, it was sold out, you all. The bag was sold out. And so you know what happens. You know the feeling. You have been in my shoes where you go to the site and you want and you want and you want and you realize that you have missed out. And then this is how the process happens for me. I missed out. Dang, if I would have only paid attention to those text messages. Dang, if I would have come on YouTube about a week ago, I would have seen boom, 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 boom. All these folks showing this bag, I would have known. Dang, if I was only paying attention. So all those feelings start happening. And then what do? What do you do as a purse addict? You look for the next best thing. Something now has to fill that hole that you now have. You didn't have it before. I didn't have the hole before until I hopped on the YouTube, saw the Rowan, got on the site, saw that I missed the Rowan, and that FOMO, that daggone FOMO, kicked in. And so when FOMO kicks in, it gets dangerous. Because once FOMO kicks in, you can almost always count on your reaction being one that is not thought through, very spontaneous, and very much self-destructive. And so no, the large Rowan was not available. However, what popped on the scene, what popped on the screen, what was suggested was that daggone, that oh so cute Coach Barrel Nolita. I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Her. she showed up on the screen for $79. What will be the next thing a bag addict would do? I hopped back onto YouTube and I then watched video after video that talked about that particular Nolita. And what's the next step, you all, in this process? I went back to Coach. Sure did. Sure did. I put that Nolita in my cart. Sure did. Sure did. Because if I wasn't able to get that large barrel, I now need to fill the hole. Sure did add it to cart. Sure did hurry up and go on to Klarna. Sure did get the notification that the order was placed. Sure did get the email today that the order is on her way. Sure did have that usual thought like, how I'm gonna get this box in the house? And then the second thought, well, it should be small. It's just a Nolita. I should be able to slip that in unnoticed. These are the thoughts of an addict. Yes, ma'am. If you can relate, please raise your hand. Oh, okay. Okay, few hands raising. Okay, I see the hands. Okay, you and you, and definitely you. Raise them high. Purse addict. Purse addict. So you see my point. Even though I had the thoughts in my mind about overconsumption, doing too much, even though I was sitting there contemplating, talking to you all about this, I still fell right into the trap. I'm super excited about that Nolita coming, but had I intended to buy a Nolita yesterday? No. Was it even on my radar? Did I even know it existed? No. No. Could I have done something else? Although it was $79, and I guess that's a good deal. That's $79, and I did use Klarna, but that 21 point whatever and change that's gonna come out of, my check or off my card every 2 weeks, that wasn't intentionally spent. There were some other things I wanted. I wanted to get some yarn. I wanted to get a book light. I'm a book girly now. Shoot, I could have got a whole book and had items in my life that I had intended to have. But instead, I had no control. Once your heart starts beating and your hands start shaking, you're adding to cart and you're buying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I know I'm talking to somebody. And at that note too, y'all, if this message resonates with you or you feel that the message could be helpful to someone else, please share. Please like, share, and subscribe. I don't feel the love. I don't feel the love. I don't feel the support, and I wonder why. So, moving on, I encourage us to get the real bag, start working on the actual real bag. When I first started collecting my handbags, I had also just bought a duplex that my husband and I turned into a rooming house here in Atlanta, Georgia. We came down here and bought in cash our home, and my husband and my older sons and just some handy people really helped to bring that property to the point where we were able to turn it into a profitable rooming house. So again, I bought the house cash, so I had no mortgage. The people that fixed the house was my husband and handymen in our neighborhood, and we got it done. Shopped around, found some great professionals, but we got it done. My husband damn near broke his back getting that house up and running. And once we did, things were lovely. Things were lovely. I did have a full-time job. However, my rooming house had gotten to the point where it was taking care of all or majority of the bills. And so I had a lot of extra money at my disposal. That is when I began my collection. Although it was a great time and I learned a lot and it was very successful, it was a great venture, and I put a lot of trust just in the universe. I trusted the process. And it was a very lucrative process and very beneficial. However, I was not the best manager of money. And my mindset wasn't necessarily the best. And I feel that had my mindset been a little bit better, had I been a little bit more clear, a little bit more diligent, a little bit more knowledgeable, that I would have made different choices. And I would sit here today as a millionaire. I would be a millionaire had my mindset been better. And I'm not a millionaire today. We're all in different tax brackets. We are all doing different income producing activities. We're all bringing in different levels of income. But at the end of the day, if you are not making smart choices with your money, you are going to lose in some way. And do these companies love us, respect us, honor us? I think that I'm just now starting to see dark-skinned women, or let's say African-American looking women, on DooneyandBurke.com. I'm always looking for representation. Because I feel if I'm spending my green dollar with you, I need to see myself on your site. I need to know that you actually like me, and I need to know that you actually like my dollar. You know, me and my dollar, not just my dollar. I need to know that the companies actually care about their consumer. And I'm not sure if they do. I'm not sure if they do. You know, you just have to admit it, sis. You have way too many bags. And you know you're gonna add to that stash this year. February just started. We could do something different. If you don't like the bags that you have, because that can happen too. If you start collecting handbags 20 years ago, today you might have a completely different taste. You might not want anything to do with those original bags. And that's okay. We're human, we change, right? So it kind of sucks when you get into handbag collecting and you're collecting and realizing that the bags that you've collected, you actually don't love them. You actually don't want them. You got to get rid of them. You got to let them go. Sell them on the secondhand market. You're probably not going to get what it costs you. Something to consider, something you just have to be okay with. You could donate or gift to someone. But I personally don't like the idea of having things around that are just not in use. That being said, at the end of the day, there are pieces in my collection that I probably would not wear. but they do mean something to me. So I'm not saying let go of the pieces that bring you joy. Don't let go of the pieces that you actually truly love, whether you wear it or not. You love it. You want it. You want to keep it. Cool, no problem. I'm not saying let go of those things. I'm saying the handbags that you bought to wear, your everyday bag. We buy so many everyday bags. We don't wear them every day. Things we say in the handbag community sometimes is hilarious. But those everyday bags, those satchels, those bags that you thought that you were going to want to rock all spring, and now here it is winter and you still haven't even pulled it out the box. Raise your hand if you're guilty. That's the bag I'm talking about. Get rid of that bag. You don't want her. You don't need her. Enjoy what you have. Shop your closet. You don't need a new bag. You don't. Enjoy what you have. If what you have doesn't bring you joy, let it go. And I'm talking about people, places, or things. Live your best handbag life. But just do that with intention. Do that with purpose. Do that with maturity and responsibility. Step out of the bubble and wake up. And look around and figure out where you have to make changes. Dream bigger. What other things do you desire other than the latest ostrich print or whatever? I'm sure there's something else you want. I'm sure there are some dresses that you would love for the spring. You don't need another spring handbag. You already have 20. I'm sure there's a trip that you would love to go on. You've been talking about it for a minute. Go on your trip. I am sure there's someone out there still trying to figure out how they're going to get that down payment money for the house. Yet, you're still giving Klarna money every 2 weeks. I know you get my point. So for me, in 2025, I have a limit of how many purses I can acquire. I will be actively selling that which does not work for me anymore. I will be shopping my collection. I will be spending or circulating my funds on other things I want and need outside of purses. I am opting out of pointless purse purchases. I'm dreaming bigger. I'm going back to the joy. Handbags, happiness, and healing. My channel started strictly and specifically about handbags. That's what drives the channel. However, now what I'm showing is the happiness part. What else brings me happiness and joy? So we have the handbags that I'll be showcasing and talking about. We have the happiness outside of the handbags that I'll be showcasing and talking about. And we have the healing that I'll be showcasing and talking about. Handbags, happiness, and healing. That is where I'm at. We are moseying on and diving deep into the healing. Handbags, happiness, and healing. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm speaking to you as a sister, as a first pal. I'm not judging. I'm just pulling your coattail, sis. Stepping on your toes a little bit, pulling out them edges, in hopes that you too wake up. Thank y'all for letting me share. I will talk to you soon. Peace and love. Keep it cute, sis.